Welcome to your Optavia LifeBook audio. Today I'm going to be reading to you from Element 10, All About Healthy Hydration. My name is Christy Baker and I am an independent Optavia health coach, and I'm so glad that you're joining me today. If you could take just a quick second and click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel so you know when the next video is coming out. All right, let's go ahead and dive in. We're going to be starting today on page 210. And in our last video, we talked about some great ideas for healthy hydration. So today we're going to talk about the unhealthy choices beyond water. So let's get started. One of the habits of disease is consuming sugary sodas, fruit drinks, and the many sweet beverages out there with added sugar or syrups or concentrates. Half of the U.S. population consumes at least one sugary drink a day, even when excluding fruit juice, diet soda, sweetened milks, and sweet tea. These sugary drinks can lead to diabetes and some forms of cancer. Each sugary drink you consume increases your risk of heart disease by almost 20%. It's estimated that 180,000 people a year lose their lives by consuming these sickening sweet elixirs. The drinks on the list below not only stimulate insulin and drive glucose into the fat cells, worsening your weight issues, but will actually make it harder to stay hydrated. In addition, alcoholic beverages also create a diuretic response and can aggravate dehydration. A good policy is if you're going to drink alcohol, match each drink with a glass of water and keep a restroom or bush in close proximity. Here's some examples of the unhealthy hydration: fruit juices, sodas, almond, coconut, or flax milks, diet soda, energy drinks, sport drinks, and alcohol. So let's continue this chapter by purposefully adding 8 times a day where we can make sure that we are having a hydration break in our integrated habits of health clock. Let me go ahead and show you that diagram. And that is on page 211 if you'd like to go back in your book and look at that later. But for each waking hour, about every 2-hour increments, you can schedule in your hydration. You can also use the clock to check each time that you drink 8 ounces of water or more to assess your current reality. And you can download copies of this diagram at habitsofhealth.com. And in the section below, he gives you some space just to journal out when you are choosing in your personal life to put in your own hydration 8 times a day. We have now considered the fundamental action of drinking 8 ounces of water 8 times a day and evaluated whether you have already adopted this important habit or whether you need to work on it. The habit installer on the Optavia app can help you create this valuable action and make it a habit of health for you. What are some of the other things that you're going to do to track and make sure that we get up to the 64-ounce threshold as soon as possible? List some other ways that can be helpful to you. One of my favorite ones that I like to share with my clients is always carry your water bottle with you. Never leave the house without it. As we mentioned earlier, this habit is extremely important as your body starts shifting its metabolic machinery and storage to fat burn and emptying your fat cells, which store toxins and other undesirable products. The best way to flush those from your system immediately is to make sure that you are properly hydrated at all times. Now you understand the importance of proper hydration. Make sure to review your notes often from this element, and also share it with your coach and spend some time discussing how these possibilities will become a reality. In the next element, we will address how to start learning to eat healthy when buying food as you are zoning in on reaching a healthy weight. the end of every chapter, we do the same 3 reflection questions. Number 1, what does this element mean to you right now? What does this element give you the opportunity to reflect on? And what actions are you going to take as a result of this element? Either text yourself or go back and journal in your physical book so you can share those thoughts with your coach at your next check-in call. Thank you so much for joining me today.